Welcome to Golden Optic Gaming. Today we're going to be trying to see if we can get Steamdeck OS installed on a PC. So what we're going to need to do is going to need a few things. Steamdeck. Can't spell today for some reason. Repair. Let's do that. Steamdeck repair. Alright, so we go here. And let's see. We need, that's not what we needed. I'm in the wrong place. I'm in the wrong place. Be back. Yes, download. So, alright, here we go. So we need these. Here, that's not where I wanted to come, but this is kind of what we need. That's not the one I wanted though. I wanted to see how to do it. Let's see if I can find the correct thing. SteamOS repair instructions. Okay, maybe it's here. Let's go here and see. Alright, that's what I was looking for. This shows you all the stuff you need to do and the images you need to do and what images you may need. This is the one we need here. I tried to use this and it didn't seem to work for me. I probably did it wrong, but I would suggest downloading Balena-Etcher. I guess that's how you say it. But what you're gonna do is come here. You're gonna get this recovery image. I probably shouldn't did it that way, but anyway, I'm gonna go here, downloads, save it in here. Let me go back here and let's go get this. You are leaving Steam. It's gonna warn you that you're leaving Steam because this is not associated with Steam. We'll go here and get this, and what you do is download the Etcher, and it'll take you down here. Um, let's say I use this one. So we'll get that, save that in downloads. Everything else, let's see, that's going to be done before Steam is, so we'll kick over here and we'll go downloads, and I didn't even check and see if it was finished. Okay, it is. So what we do is open that there. Let's extract here. Fail to execute command. Don't do that. Okay, it did it. All right. So it's here, and there it is right there. All right. So let's see if this is finished downloading. It is not. Okay, we got our stuff is downloaded. So let's go in here and see if we can get this to work. Oh, Belena-Etcher. I got it from GitHub. Why did that do that? It went over there on the other screen. What the crap is that? But anyway, popped up on the other screen. But anyway, you're gonna go here, Belena-Etcher. You're gonna get that. The sudo app install Belena-Etcher. So Control Alt T, and what this does, this actually just pulls down the install file. So you'll run this if you're on Ubuntu. If you're on something else, you need to use. They got it for all flavors of Linux. They got it for Windows. So you can use any of this to get Balena-Etcher. Alright, so you'll run this. Put in your password. All it's going to do is download that deb file for you. I've already got it, so I don't need it. And you would do sudo apt. No. Yeah, sudo apt. No, that's wrong. Okay, what we would do is we would go here, cd downloads to the file itself. You do sudo apt I can today. Sudo dpkg minus I, and then whatever that file is called, Balena-Etcher, Etcher, oops, Etcher. It'll do the .deb file. I've already got it installed. I don't know if it'll yell at me if I do it again. Doesn't seem to. Okay. It's going to give you that. So, and then you should be able to come over here and do this. All right. And if you do see it, like if it comes up and says that it didn't install the dependencies, what you can do is go sudo apt install -F, and that will fix any broken or missing packages that you have for Belena-Etcher. So, all right, here was the part where I couldn't get it right for some reason. It worked yesterday. I don't know because I was on a different version of Ubuntu. Because right now I'm on Lubuntu, and Lubuntu isn't as robust and have as many things as installed as a regular version of desktop Ubuntu. I just installed this just to see if I can get gaming working on a lighter version of Ubuntu because it doesn't come with all the bells and whistles that a regular version would. So I had to install bunzip. So I can't remember how I did that, but anyway, let's see. Okay, so not that. See, that's where I had to do that there for that. But anyway, hadn't installed bunzip. Let's see. Let's just Google it. Install bunzip Ubuntu. That's all I did. I just literally just Googled it. That's not where I got it from, but I think I used one of these down here or something. So I was like, how can I do this? So I installed bunzip. And after I did that, yeah, I think I might have just did bzip2, sudo apt install bzip2, and then I ran it. Yeah, I ran sudo apt get install bzip2, and then after that, so I run. I had to extract it. I tried to do that, it didn't work. Let's see. Let's find the command that I use so you know exactly what I use. And I don't know exactly what I use. I can't find it. I know what I can do. History caret history 3.txt. Let's do that. I spelled history wrong. Jeez Louise. Alright, so there's a quick way to export your history. Just caret it out. And let me see if I can find a command that I use. Instead of tapping up and going back and forth. But I had to unzip the image to be able to use it. For some reason it wasn't doing like it did yesterday. Yesterday it was fine. Worked like a charm, didn't have any issues. But today it's like, nah, bro, not gonna let you do that today. Let's see. I can't find it. Yes, put that in there. So this is what I had to do. Bunzip to -c Steamdeck repair, and it just you can tab it, and it'll just automatically tab over the name, and then put a caret in here, and then caret over. Then take the it'll put the automatically put the whole name in there. Just take out the BZ2. You can run that. Not Virt-Manager. You don't need that. Let's see. Let's back that out. Okay, you can see it better now. All right, so here you go. Bunzip 2. Let's make it bigger. so you can actually see it. Bunzip 2, see Steamdeck repair, and you just carried it that to what you want it to be named, and it'll change it to that. Okay, so we got all that out of the way. So now we go into Belena-Etcher, if I didn't mess it up, because I ran that command again, but we'll see. Um, so we got here, flash from file, and here's my extracted file image here, and open and flash. Put your password in. Bob's your uncle. We're off to the races, and it should start actually moving and doing something. Before it didn't do anything, and I don't know how I did it yesterday, but it just worked without me having to extract the file. But you know, we're learning things, so it's cool. I don't mind learning. Do the heavy lifting, so you don't have to. It's gonna take like 29 minutes, so I'm not gonna keep doing this. I'll pause it here. And sorry if I'm going too fast. It's really frustrating trying to figure this stuff out because it just worked before, and I like to get it working and then try to show you how to make it easier. Today was just like taking my lunch money, like it wasn't nothing. But I'm gonna pause this right here, and we'll come back when it's done. Um, I'm not sure how this is gonna work as far as in a virtual machine. Hopefully it'll work. Maybe we'll see. Looks like this is finishing up. Um, just validating. And before I get too ahead of myself, wanna give a shout out to the person that one of my subscribers asked me to if I was gonna try this, and I actually I don't know how to say that name. I don't want to mess your name up. Gimpo Jones one. He was like, hey, you tried out the SteamOS yet? And I was like, I hadn't had time to, but I'm subscribed to another person. I watched their video, and they actually showed how to actually do this. Um, I want to say it's Oni John. I had subscribed to him, but I'm not seeing him in my list. But that was the name. I have to find it and put a thing in the description or in the video if I find the name or the video that I watched. It was pretty funny. It was like do this, select this, don't select that, and then you got to reboot. And yeah, it was pretty good. It was like video was like super quick, but gave you the gist of what you needed to do. And I had subscribed to his channel, but I'm not seeing it showing up here. Unless I subscribe on my other channel, but I have to find a video. But we're almost done with this. Hopefully, it'll be done soon. Got my house guests out there barking in the backyard, so I don't know if I'm letting them in. Let's see, is that it? No, that's not it. Anyways, close this out. So, 92%, and I don't even know. I don't have Virt-Manager open. So let's open up Virt-Manager. Virt-Manager. Did I type anything at all? Okay, so it's complete. So Virt-Manager. I spelled it wrong. God, no, I cannot spell today. Oop, that's not what I meant to do. That's not what I meant to do either. So this is not gonna need to put yakety sacks in here for the stuff I'm doing, trying to figure this out. That's why you are not in here right now, because you is too loud. Yeah, this isn't gonna work. It'll probably work. If I try to boot. Oop, that's not what I meant to do. Like, not at all. So I'm not sure why it doesn't like this. All right, looks like we got it. Let's go install the boot menu. Let's see if we can get it. Yeah, okay, SteamOS. I'm gonna try SteamOS, see if it works. It'll probably loop back. Oh, it's going. So that's what it looks like. Just had to play around and figure out how to get it to boot. So I had to set it up a certain way and turn off. Oh, no, that didn't work. Okay, so, but I think I got it. So let's force reset. Yes, and we should get it to go. I just have to pick the right installer next time. At least I got that far. Side Steamdeck OS live. So this is where you will install um, if you had any users on before. This way your Steam Deck you would clear your local user, which we don't have a local user up here because this is, you know, um, and that's where you repair it, terminal tools. But here's what we need right here. We need to wipe device and install SteamOS. Now, do as I say and not as I do. If you have a desktop with multiple hard drives in, take them out because this here's the part where I previous to shooting this video, I accidentally wiped out my terabyte hard drive that was in my PC. Now, it wasn't that big of a deal. It kind of is, but it's not because it was in the part of the PC that's really hard to get to. So, I'm gonna double click on that and yeah, read this with caution. They even give you a second time inside installer to not wipe out your system, and I still wiped out my system. So anyway, but it was okay. I don't think I had anything up there. I haven't even thought about that thing. I usually just boot into it to like edit videos and stuff, and I usually back up everything to my server. So I'm pretty sure I have everything from off of there. But it still hurts. It still hurts. But I don't think I really have anything. I have my main Steam Deck, um, my Steam fork out of there, my 2 terabyte. I had taken that out, so that wasn't that big of a deal. But like I say, make sure. And this thing is weird. It's like all behind here. I thought it was like frozen. But you can see it even tells you here, hey, pause for 5 seconds to make sure you didn't mean to do that. But it was too late already. I had already wiped it out before this. This is just the second time I went in after I I went through the what is it, 5 stages of grief. I don't know what was on that hard drive. I mean, it was just Ubuntu and probably gaming stuff, or just I think it might have been just to play around with Virt-Manager, so I didn't really lose anything. But it was like, dang, man, I didn't take that drive out. It took some time here. I was like, what's going on? Like, I thought it had frozen up, but I guess it didn't. It just took it a while from this point on to get through what it needed to do. Time. See me get impatient, like, hey, what's going on? Yeah. I was trying to install some stuff, so maybe that's what it was. Try to do Audacity, see if I can get some audio. So that's probably what it was doing. Because as soon as I closed that out, it started doing stuff. That's probably my fault. I wanted to get some audio on this, but I do it after the fact. It's funny because this thing says, "Hey, we see this isn't a Steam Deck that you're installing this on." Yeah, I can't see where it says it. Yeah, device does not look like a Steam Deck. Not attempting to flash controllers. So it's like, no, this ain't no Steam Deck, bro. What you trying to do? I'm just trying to install this on. Come on, man, just let me install it on my system. I'm glad to finally actually have Steam Deck. Actually have Steam Deck on my PC. I really did enjoy Hollow ISO. Hollow ISO was really, really good. Like I never had any issues with it. And the guys at Steam Fork did really good. Like Theme Store, like was like, hey, try this, try to do this. When stuff wouldn't work for me on my desktop, um, they really did a really good job with bringing those to the Linux community. Uh, Neither one of them are supported anymore. They've been archived, but they were really good for what they were doing. Uh, Gave me an opportunity to get in here and try different things. And I've tried different things. I've played with Bazai, Chimera. Have you done anything else? It was something else. I can't think of what the name of it is right now. See, Bazai, Chimera. It was something else too. I can't think of what it is. I've gamed on Ubuntu. That's where I started. Um, Done Arch, but I've only done Arch with Hollow, Steam, and now Steam Deck. But I like gaming on Linux. I haven't had any problems. I do everything on Linux right. Well, don't not work because you know I, we use Windows at work. Unfortunately, but it's fine. I do get to learn a lot of different things at work. I don't do as much as I used to when I work for the military, and I'm not former military. I used to work for them. Okay, it's done. Now we can. I didn't reboot it here because I needed to get this video off of here so I could include it with the other video. So I just canceled here and then I awkwardly stopped recording because I didn't know what I was doing. And I was just thankful that these guys put something in here so we could do screen record. Wish I could have did video so we could get my generic reaction, but it's fine. All right, you're gonna want to open up your console here, and there's some commands we're gonna have to run first. So I'm gonna show you what you need to type in as soon as you get into your fresh copy of Steam Deck OS. You're gonna want to make this thing because it's immutable. You want to be able to make changes. You don't have to do this. I do this, but it's gonna ask me to do that, and I'm gonna type in this, but it's gonna be like, hey, type in your password, and I don't have a password set quite yet, so I need to set a password. So what you're going to do is you're going to type in passwd, and you're going to type in your password. And once you got your password typed in, unless you're like me, you have butterfingers and you can't quite get it right, you have to keep backing up to make sure you're not fat fingering this thing, and you're going to type in your new password. And that's updated successfully. So now you have a password, so now you can run your root commands. So I'm going to run that again, and this time we're going to be able to type in a password where we didn't have a password set before. All right, and now once you got a password, the world's your oyster. You can pretty much do whatever you want with this thing, but let's just run some updates. And Arch uses Pac-Man, so we're going to run Pac-Man um, minus SYU, and we're going to update that. And this is the official Steamdeck OS running on my system. So we're getting these updates now. And I'm going to try to see. I don't know if you can upgrade, but we're going to try. Getting ahead of myself. Yeah, it didn't seem to want to upgrade anything, but that'll be a story for another time. You can go in here. I've already done these updates. It's going to refresh to see if I can do anything else. I can't, so that's where you install all your packages and stuff. So if you want anything, this is where you'll go to install them. Okay, now let's get into some real stuff here. Um, we want to install the tools that we're going to want to use on Steamdeck. Oh, that's so Decky loader. So let's get Decky. Let's run this. All right, so let's download Decky. And for those of you who don't know, for some reason, Firefox likes to add a .download to the back of your file. So let's see if it did. Yeah, it did. So let's move Decky, download, and we'll just do Decky. You can just tab it, it'll autofill for you. Just take that out and do that. So now it should be just Decky installer desktop dot desktop. Let's see. These are finicky sometimes. Sometimes you can just double click on them and run them, and sometimes it wants to run a different way. So I'm gonna just double click this, execute, install. It's gonna ask us to put in our password. That's that password you just created not too long ago. Let's run that. Let's do this. We'll do stable version. All right. All right. So that's done. So now let's do some more stuff. Steam launchers, GitHub. Let's see. 75 releases. Let's see. And this released 2 days ago, so this is brand new. We'll try these here and here. Let's go back to our console. Let's make that console so non. So we're gonna move non to non Steam launchers .desktop. All right, so let's do move NSL. All right, so let's see if we can just double click on those. I think you're supposed to run this one first. I'm not sure. Yeah. Decky loader is detected, but no NSLPlugin. Okay. So it's updating. I don't know. Yeah, Steam's running. I always forget that when I'm on different things in Steam, I always forget to um, start Steam at launch. But since the Steamdeck is going to do it for us, so that's already done. So let's run this. Let's see if it'll work. And hopefully this video won't be super long. All right, so got this. All right, so let's just install everything that we want to install now. I had my hand on, on the control button. I was like, why am I not clicking anything? That's why, because you, let's see, what else might I want? Let's see, Game Pass, GeForce. I think some of these are redundant, but I click on them anyway, just in case. Tubi is the joint, man. Tubi is the only place I found like Amen. I was born in like the 70s, raised in the 80s, so I like my NBC Saturday night shows like the Golden Girls, Amen 227, Empty Nest, stuff like that. I like when I can find my shows. But let's go ahead and get into this. All right. And sometimes when you're installing these, it like can't hit the server right, and it'll have to make multiple attempts just to download the exe file. But this is like shout out to these guys. They made gaming on Linux. Like, this game changer. When I first started, you had to know how to load the launcher and know where to put the stuff in. And I mean, for your average gamer that's just used to Windows, I mean, I can understand like, no, I'm not doing that. But I don't use Windows, so it didn't bother me to learn how to do things. But these guys make it a lot easier, and I'm trying to show you how to make it a lot easier for you too. So shout out to those guys, and again, shout out to Oni John for making that video. I think that's his name. I gotta put his name in here or give him a shout out. But that dude, he made the video on how to do it. It was like 5 minutes. Like do this, do this, do this, and do that, and you'll get it working. I was like, dang, is that simple? Dang, it is. It kind of was. You know, I was working with some hardware I should have been trying to work with Steamdeck OS, but it worked. And Steam Deck actually has even in the live bootable version where I could record the desktop. So that was because I was trying to hold my phone up, like I gotta get this right so everybody can see what's going on. And this video's gonna be potato, but it's not. So yeah, it doesn't have any sound, so I'm gonna have to try to add sound after the fact. And hopefully I can get it synced up pretty good. But that'll be okay. For some reason, it did not install the launchers. It looked like it did, but it didn't. So let's get this up. And it's probably my fault because I got impatient and stopped it early. So let's run this again. All right, so let's execute. And we'll try to do the shortcut method first to fix everything because it's going to have everything installed. So it should have everything installed, but we'll see about getting the launchers installed, and I didn't wait for it to restart, so that's probably my fault. But I thought it did. I was like, "Hey, what's going on? Did it? No." But usually when it has like the icons here for stuff, it's installed. Usually don't usually have this blank thing going on here if it's not installed. But these are streams, so that's weird that they're doing that, but that's cool. All right, so it's still doing its thing. And this is official Steam Deck, so and I did run up an update, so it could be why it's not doing right. But it's fine. It's fine. That's what my mother-in-law says when it's really not fine. She's a sweetheart though. Like it happened because my wife wanted to be nice and make her mom coffee, and my wife likes her coffee not as strong as the rest of us. So she was making it, and my mother-in-law was like, "Well, you want it with the large cup?" She was like, "No, I want it with the medium." And my wife made it with the large cup, so the coffee was like super weak. And so my mother-in-law go like, "It's fine." And we just say that jokingly now when something is fine but not fine, like not bad, but you know, like yeah, it could have been better. It's fine. So shout out to my mother-in-law, love her to death. But father-in-law, nah, he's great. He's great too. This thing it's taking a while. It's still scanning. Thank you for being patient. Yeah. I'm usually very patient, but I've been working on this video for like the last longest, and it's just been so freaking crazy. Just like trying to get things finished and working right and all that. It's just been really frustrating. But I've learned things along the way, and that's what it's all about. Especially here, it's all about learning and doing and finding out. And I got another video to make about putting game scope on 2504 that I need to put out. Um, I got game scope on it, but it seems like the Steam launcher apps don't want to go up there. I finally got them, but my process is I want to know how I got them up there. I want to figure out how I did it, not just doing it. Let's see, let that go. Mm. This is not seeming to be working out the way I need it to today. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and do. I'm just impatient, so I'm do. This is the shortcut. All of this stuff should be installed. Everything that you see here. Let's make that big so you can see it. All this should be installed. Like everything, all these launchers should be installed. All hey man, why this ain't installed? I mean, I guess it probably is, but let's do this again anyway. YouTube, Disney, Tubi, Hulu, Netflix, Xbox Game Pass, Luna. All right, so let's run that and see what happens. Okay. And this is official Steam Deck, so it may not work as well as some distros because it's made for handhelds. I so far haven't had a problem. I haven't done any heavy gaming. Maybe I need to get into it this weekend. Try to do some heavy gaming on it and see what happens. But we'll see. I need to go to the store so I can have me some hot dogs though. I know I keep talking about hot dogs, but my stepdaughter put me on to this. Okay. I don't know if her dad showed him. I have to ask him if he's the one put her on this. But Wendy's chili in a can for hot dogs.
They make it without beans. You can get it without beans too, but it's good. It keeps me from because I used to have to make my own hot dog chili. 'Cause I love chili and cheese on my hot dogs. Like I'm going to Sonic or something. So I like to do that, and so it's really good. But I try not to talk about hot dogs anymore. But yeah, I like hot dogs. Looks like it's showing that we got a battery installed, even though we don't, because this is on the desktop. Power battery, middle click to disable automatic sleep. Okay, that's good. But I've already disabled it on the gaming side. Let's do that and see. All right, so automatic sleep and screen locking are disabled. All right, cool. So that will be that's on all the time. But I need to have it in gaming mode because my Switch won't pick it up if it's not in gaming mode. What's this dude doing? See what's going on at work. Yeah, this thing is really not running. I don't know. This video's been really been getting at me. Like, okay, there that goes. But is it really going to restart this time? Install it straight. Okay, there we go again. Okay, okay. Apply. Oh, that's going. Oh, there we go. It finally closed on us. Okay, so it's going to restart Steam and hopefully these launchers will be there. I've never seen it do it this many times, but that's wild. All right, now Steam is back up. Weekend deals. 90% off. I got enough games, man. I don't need to look at that. All right, so let's see. Did we get anything up here? Okay, Battle.net is here. I didn't install that. Amazon Games is here. Okay, so all of our launchers are showing up. All right, so we got Crunchyroll isn't here for some reason. So none of the but it did install the launchers. It didn't install um any of the streaming stuff. But it's fine. So we got Epic, yeah, Epic, we got EA. So these things are installed now. So that's good. So all that stuff that we asked it to install did install. So it just took a long time. I've never seen it take that long, but I'm shooting a video, and that's why I usually have like I'm like bad luck, schlep rock, like just Murphy's Law. Can go wrong, it will go wrong, type of stuff. So we got the launchers installed. All right, so we got Decky installed, we got launchers installed, we got the plugins installed. Made our system disable read only. This is the official Steam Deck running on my PC. Let's see, let's do help system information. This is it right here. So it's got Asus Tech Computer Incorporated. It's Tough Gaming Z590 plus Wi-Fi. Form factor desktop, no touchpad. 11th gen i9 11900K, 3.5 gigahertz. See, speed 5100 megahertz. 16 logical processors, 8 physical processors. That's pretty good. Um, Hyper-threading supported. SteamOS Hollow 64-bit. Kernel name Linux. So client GPU accelerated. Acceleration status enabled. Oh, video card like Vulkan disabled. Driver AMD Radeon RX 6700 XT. So sound card, Realtek. VR headset undetected because I don't have it plugged in, but I do have VR headset. I need to figure out how to get that Batman game on my headset. I got a Quest, but I got the Quest 2. But I like to have I want to play that Batman game, but I don't want to buy a whole new headset just to play it. That didn't make any daggone sense. But it's probably where I'm going to end this video. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy gaming.